My coding journey became very easy when I learned these 10 tricks. Stay tuned so that you see how you can navigate your coding journey very easy and without much stress. First and foremost is staying consistent. Being consistent has many advantages. If you're consistent, you will not take a lot of effort or energy in learning your code, because once you're consistent, once you show up every day, you will learn, and your whatever your learning experience or whatever you are learning will always stick to your secondary memory, well, not just your primary memory. So it's good to be consistent. If you're not consistent, you see that you waste a lot of time and energy in learning a particular language or learning a particular topic. In fact, if you are not consistent, you will keep on relearning a particular topic without understanding it. Why? Because if you learn a particular topic today and the next time you're coming back to it is in 1 week time or 10 days or 2 weeks time, you tend to forget all the previous knowledge you gathered, right? So that's why it's good to be consistent. If you are learning a particular language or topic, stick to it, learn it and master it. Try and repeat yourself, because repetition is another way to master, another way to get mastery. And without mastery, you cannot say that you've learned a particular topic or a particular language. So you keep repeating that particular topic, keep repeating that language, learning the language until you become a master of it. The next trick that I learned is creating a blueprint. Yes, a blueprint is like a map that will help you to navigate through your journey. A blueprint will entail where you want to move or where you want to see yourself in 3 months' time, in 6 months' time, right? The result, the beginning and the outcome of your learning journey. What do you want to learn? Which language are you interested in? Right? Which stack are you interested in? Are you interested in becoming a front end developer? Are you interested in becoming a full stack or a back end developer? Anyone you're interested in becoming, you stick to that. You stick to that, then you outline the languages you want to learn, right? So if it's front end development you want to face, you should know that you must learn HTML, CSS, JavaScript. Then any JavaScript framework that interests you, you should learn GitHub and Git. Learn other maybe CSS frameworks as well. Then once you outline those things you want to learn, you stick to them. If it's back end you are navigating to, outline the languages you want to learn. If it's full stack, outline the full stack topics the languages you want to learn, then stick to it. Do you know why it's good to draw a blue map for yourself, a blueprint for yourself? It helps you not to be distracted by um other people's maybe progress or all that. A lot of people are distracted because they have not defined their journey, their beginning and the outcome of their journey. You see them learning JavaScript today, next tomorrow you see them learning data analysis, another time you see them learning something new, different, because they have not defined what the outcome of their journey will be like. The third one is learning algorithm and how to write pseudocode. Algorithm is just the step-by-step procedure you follow to solve a particular problem. So if you don't know algorithm, you should master, go back, sit down and master algorithm. Well, techniques of solving problem. It will help you a lot in tackling issues. Now pseudocode will make it easier for you, because for you to start doing anything, solving any problem, you need to write pseudocode for it. Pseudocode is just writing human readable procedures or steps you are going to use to arrive at the final solution, right? So learn how to use pseudo algorithm, learn how to write algorithm, then learn how to use pseudocode to solve your problem. It makes your work easier for you because you have it's just like planning. After you've planned, then execution that won't be as hard as it should be, right? So the next thing that I learned that helped me a lot is learning to tackle the smaller tasks before the bigger ones, right? It's just like breaking your work into tasks. The whole project you want to build, if you have a big project to build, break them into tasks, into smaller tasks, right? You don't start from the biggest start building. You start small. You can build the first page, right? After building the first page or the home page, you can build the login page, sign up page. Just bit by bit, making it bit by bit will help your work to be easier for you. And not just defining the task, then map attaching a deadline to it. Yes, giving it a timeline. This home page I want to build, it should take me so time, or this database I want to build should take me so time, right? So tackle the smaller task first before the bigger one, right? In fact, the bigger one, once you split the task into the project into smaller tasks, the work is already done because all the big project is already turned into smaller tasks, right? Now the fourth one is this, and it's very 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 important, is learn to fix your bugs. Learn how to debug your code. Yes, as a beginner, seeing error messages can be so discouraging. It can be so especially when you're building a big project. I don't mean, of course, when you're writing JavaScript or you're coding with JavaScript, you always see error messages. Now, if you are working with JavaScript, you can always use your console. Console is very, very helpful when you are working with JavaScript, right? So read the error message, go to the line, and try and debug those error. Now, if you're using PHP, print out and echo can as well help you, or var_dump can as well help you to know where the error is coming from, right? You debug step by step. You follow a defined step to debug your code. If you're working with Django or if you're working with Python, you can use Sprint to see where the error is coming from. There are different ways you can use to debug your code, but it also it's still the same thing I'm pointing out on being consistent. Once you are consistent and you try to read your error messages, try to debug your code, a time will come when you get used to some error messages. Once you see them, you already know what the problem is, right? You don't even need to stress yourself much. All you need to do is try and be consistent in solving your error messages and in your coding journey. So the next thing we are going to be looking at is try to build projects. Yes, it's good to build project, because I think this is the fifth one I'm talking about now. This is the fifth one I'm talking about, right? I've just discussed being consistent, number one, drawing a blueprint. Then the third one I discussed was algorithm and pseudocode. Then I talked about tackling the simple task first, right? Then I talked about which other one later, fixing your error messages. Yes. Now the sixth one is building project. You can't code without building project. You need to build project, and I will always advise start with simple projects, right? If you are getting a video, you are using a video to build a project, please go for smaller videos, short videos, right? Because it helps you to finish up that project. But if as a beginner, don't go to big ones, 2 hours, 10 hours videos, 3 hours, at least 1 hour, 30 minutes, 1 hour, 2 hours, 30 minutes videos. They are okay, you can use them. 15 minutes videos, right? build project. Now after building those projects, try and recreate it on your own terms or in your own way. Try and recreate it, because once you recreate it, you try, it will help you to understand it. Now it's boiled down to when I said repetition. Now try and repeat it in different way, create different other projects using that same procedure, right? So it will help you to master that particular though the language. Yeah, it will help you to master the language you use in building that project. Now the next one I want us to talk about is this: please write your code. Write your code as much as possible. Write your code. I mean, when I mean write, is like code your code. Try to code. You don't read code. Just like in mathematics, you don't read mathematics, you solve mathematics. So code, type out your code. Type out your code. You see some people downloading a lot of videos without really coding themselves. No, that's you wasting a lot of your time watching videos. So you can divide the video. If the video is 2 hours, divide it into different parts. You watch 20 minutes, try and code for that 20 that the first 20 minutes. Watch another 20 minutes, try and code another 20 minutes. Just repeat what they are doing. Code along with the tutor. It helps to build your coding muscle, right? So this is the 7th one I'm talking about now. Now the 8th one is rest, refresh, and restart again. It can be coding or programming journey. Or programming journey can be discouraging, it can be tasking, it can be frustrating at times, because there is a particular error you encounter, right? You get frustrated at a time, you feel like giving up. Not just error, at a point the whole journey will feel discouraging when you've not gotten your job, you've not gotten a job yet. It will feel discouraging and all that. But whenever you feel you are exhausted, right? Don't give up. The only thing you do is to rest. Close your PC, rest, refresh, then you start again. It helps to give you the zeal, fresh zeal and fresh spirit to continue with your coding journey. Ninth one I want to talk about is asking questions. Seek assistance, right? You can, if you are stuck, let's say you are a self-taught developer, you can always go online and ask questions. You have Stack Overflow, you can ask questions on Stack Overflow. Technology has even made it easier for you. You can use your ChatGPT, ask ChatGPT question. Only all you need to do is make sure you define the question very well. Ask question, don't just get stuck on your own then you give up. No, don't give up. Ask assistance online, make friends, so are developers, ask them questions. There was a time I had issue with deploying one of my projects. It took me days trying to figure out this issue, but luckily for me, I had to call one of my friends that is a developer too. He put me through, he had to help me. We did video call for me to be able to deploy that work, and he figured out the error. Immediately he saw the whole process. So always ask for assistance, because no man is an island, right? Now the final one, which is the 10th one, is don't be afraid to fail. Don't be afraid of failing, because that's what keep many people down or bound. They're afraid of failing. Because of that, they stop trying. If you fail once, stand up and continue. Fail 2 times, stand up. If you fail 10 times, 100 times, stand up and continue, right? And don't ever compare yourself to anyone. That you are failing, why this person is not failing. You are failing, why this person has gotten a job, why this person is doing this, why this person is doing that. Don't do that. If you do that, you are trying to discourage yourself. So don't be scared of failing. The only thing you need to do is, once you fail, is pick the lesson and try not to repeat them again, right? So don't be scared to fail. So with these 10 points, try to practice them your coding journey. I assure you, your coding journey is going to be easier than it was before. Thank you for watching, and do well to like, subscribe if you did get any value from this video. It's not a must to subscribe, but if you got 1 or 2 values, try and hit the subscribe button. Thank you so much for watching.